let's talk about what I deem the most important area of our process altogether: your Connect meetings. This will be what single-handedly separates you from all of your competition. While other advisors are focused more on the how and the what, we're trying to focus on the why and the relationship. How do we do that? Well, in order for us to do what we should do best, which is solve problems, there has to be a few things present. Number one, there has to be a problem, and it has to be transparent to both parties. We also have to make sure that we build a strong relationship. It's our belief that if we can uncover the areas that need our attention, that's going to be done with more trust while we build a relationship through this Connect process. Some of the things that we're looking to learn in this stage of the process: what's most important to you right now? What are the things that might keep you up at night? What do you care about the most? Something as simple as asking if there are one or two things that we could focus on to be truly proud of our progress if we look back 12 months from today. What are those things? These are basic, fundamental questions that are rarely asked, mainly because people are so driven by product and solutions that they don't take the time to strip down what's most important to the client, which is what is most important to them. Now, the key to the Connect language is that we're more likely to get these raw and honest answers from the client when we've actually given them time to talk about the things that they love more than anything else. For me, that's my family. That's my passions. That's my future. It's different for everybody, but it's our job in the Connect meeting to make sure that we find those things and we do it in a genuine way. Remember, when your meeting objective is clear, which is to uncover all these things that are most important to them, address what the urgency is, and also position our value in that process, it will now guide us to the next step, which is discovery, because that enables us to see what they're actually doing about it. Do not skip the process. You need total buy-in and total commitment to make sure that you run your Connect language the right way the first time. A great way to gauge how successful a Connect meeting went is to also properly uncover what your objectives are. The true art of the Connect meeting is that in building a strong relationship through the quality interaction that you're having on all the things that matter the most to them, will create a much more receptive response when you tell them that you are committed to getting them to the next level of this process. You must have the courage to let them know that now we understand what's important to you and what you're trying to accomplish, that we will be following up and moving them into the next section, which will also be generated within the Apex system in a discovery email, walking through all the things that are going on in their financial world and gathering all the data that we need to get them to the next phase of the process. Within your Connect module, we have laid out very, very quality questions that you are responsible for asking within that Connect meeting. My advice to you is to make sure that you familiarize yourself with these questions so that you can ask them in a very conversational way. I personally don't have my system open to ask the questions. I've taken the time to understand the questions that I want to ask my clients in that Connect process. The reason that we ask these Connect questions is to make sure that we're focusing on what we feel is most important, which is getting into their heart and their mind and understanding what's important to them and what means the most to them. In asking these questions, you will generate very, very open-ended conversation. Remember, the whole idea for you new people out there is to establish a strong relationship. And the quickest way of establishing a strong relationship is making sure that you are paying attention to these questions that you're asking and trusting that this will open up their ability to be a little bit vulnerable and start the process with you, their future advisor, and giving you permission to enter their life and what's most important to them. Remember, the Connect meeting is not to sell anything. The Connect meeting is to build the relationship. But at the conclusion of the Connect meeting, it's now your responsibility to let them know that you're willing to help and also ask the question, based on the information that we've gathered today, what do you want to do to start the process to satisfy all these goals and objectives and the things that mean the most to you? Remember not to skip any step in our process. We start with Connect and move to Discovery for a reason. Gathering data means nothing if we don't know what that data is driving in their heart and in their mind. We get the objectives and what means the most first, and we move them to the next step after asking permission to gather the data to see what they're doing about it. Do not skip a step in the process. Start your buy-in within the Connect module.